Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Elevate Shop. This week we're going to be putting some insulation and tin on the walls of the cellar, or the underground bedroom, or whatever you want to call it, the dungeon. So we'll put core room panels up, screw those in place, and then we'll put tin over the top. We're also going to put some lights up in the rest of the under house area. So there's the section I'm standing in, that section there which is quite short, and the same again around the corner. So I'll just get into it. We'll just start ripping, put some lights up. So for the lights, we had the electrician here the other week. He's chucked in a new feed to do the room. We've got a power point coming down here, which is not finished because I haven't done the wall. He's chucked in a switch for me, so this goes to this power point here, which is running that light. So what I'm going to do is just run some wire next to this to where I want the next light, and then do a little loop, and then go to the next spot, and the next spot, and the next spot, and then the Sparky can come back and he can wire it all in, and then we can put some lights up. So we'll see how far we can get today. He's due in tomorrow, so we'll see how we go. So we've got the 2.5mm wire here, and we'll run it to each power point like that, leave a bit of extra so you can cut it off, and I'll run it all the way under here. We'll do 6 lights under this section. Let's get into it. So I didn't film any of that because I'm really good at this YouTube thing. My mate rocked up early. He came today instead of tomorrow, which is pretty good. So I've got all of the wiring run. It goes down there, loops across, comes back this way, loops across, goes that way. So we've got 6 lights under here. I need to attach them all to the ceiling, but the 413s are in, the wiring's done. So this can be turned off and then the lights can be plugged in later once they're attached, but they're all plugged in currently. If I flick the switch, we have 6 lights. How good, I can actually see under here now, which is great. So I still want to do another 3 in there, and my Sparky mate said he can come back past tomorrow and check that off for me as well. Lucky he lives close, so pretty happy with that. I'll get these lights mounted up tomorrow and in there, and then we can start on the next job. So this morning Emily and I have screwed up the 3 lights on this side. I'll do those 3 once all this stuff's out of the way. And then I've just snuck in here. We've cleaned this room out, and I've screwed the fan up and all the ventilation up to the roof. So now I can run the wiring for the lights. And then once the lights are done, we can do the cool room panels and get that filing cabinet out of here. So just on the other side of that joist, there's a power point with a switch in the middle. So that switch is for the lights under where I'm sitting now. So I've left the Sparky heaps to be able to connect into the switch point. We've come along, we go up. I'm going to have a power plug for the light here, and then we'll come back, and I'm going to go over a few bays, do the same thing, over a few bays, do the same thing, over a few bays, go across the middle, and then I'm going to go that way and leave myself some extra, because I reckon there's space in there, so I might actually end up putting a little hole in there so I can get through and put more lights in there. We'll see how we go, but I'll leave myself a provision for it just in case. Hopefully this all works. I've been given some guidance over the phone. Alright, first lot of lights work, that's good. They worked before, but they continue to work, which is nice. They're coming through here. Got all this section. And we got lights. How good. I'll test these power points and then we're all good. I just noticed the 3rd light is the wrong colour. So I have to get up there and flick that over, and then I can do all the insulation. But that's going to be another day. Alright, it's a new morning, it's a new task. So I should be finishing off in the other section of underneath the house and taking all the scrap steel out and insulating and all that sort of stuff. But I've got a bunch of lights in my car still. So I'm going to do underneath this section. So this will be a garden shed of sorts. So I'll spin the camera around and I'll show you what the plan is. So the section we were working on is just there. So that's all got lights now. So this section will be a wall. So there'll be a garden shed in there. And then coming past the air conditioners here, this section will be a door. you got to come in through here, and you'll have all of that room as garden shed, and then through there I'll have more lights and storage. So I want to get the lights out of my car basically, so instead of just putting them on the floor and them being in the way, I'm going to just start putting wiring up and work out where they're all living. So I'll just get into it, put some wire up, put some switches up. So I'll just start wherever I want this, and this side doesn't actually have the power run to it already, so this won't be able to get activated right now, but by the time I'm finished I will have messaged one of my Sparky mates and asked them to come and fix it. So let's get ripping. Okay, we've got started. So we've got the light switch there and power points. So I haven't wired any of that in because the Sparky will have to run his power into it and then he'll have to wire it up properly. So I've just left a loop there. Then coming back a couple of bays, one bay, got the first power point for a light. Coming back a couple of bays, got the second, so I'm going to do 2 more in that half. And then I'm going to go across into that section, and I guess I'll put some more in there. That's going to be miserable. Okay, so you got one up there, one there, one there, one over there, and then this one runs across. So I'll do a light in this bay on the other side of this wall, and then move across to, across to, across to. So I need to get under there, which is miserable, and to do that I want to fix the lintel, so I guess that's where we start. I've had some lunch, so let's get back into it. So a couple of weeks ago I smacked this hole in so we could get through to do the air conditioning. So now that's sorted, and this has been glued in for quite a while, so it's probably time to fix it. So I've got some 75 by 50, I think it's 5mm or something, it's pretty thick. So I'm going to cut that to this length here, knock it in, use a bunch of liquid nails, hold it up, same on that side. Then when I get my actual tools here, I'll weld it in place, put a door on it or something, but for now it's just going to be a nice snug fit's what I'm going for, and then a bunch of glue, so I'll get to that happening now. So I've climbed in through the hole, and now I need to wire all of that, which you can't even see. How good. So I'm at the other end of the tunnel here, so we've got one light switch up here, we got 3 more down that way. So now I just need to do a power point at that end and run that over to the switch that I installed at the very start of this, and then under here is done, other than putting the actual lights up, which I need a second person for. So I'm pretty stoked with that. From here you can't even see any of it, so that's pretty good. But same sort of thing as everywhere else. Final power point is wired. My phone is about to go flat, so I don't have a flash. So I'll run this along through there to the other power point and join those together, and then we're pretty much done. It's a new morning, so there is the lintel that I fixed up, glued in place. Should hopefully be dry by now. I've just screwed up this one singular light. This isn't what I was going to do this morning, but it needs to happen. So I guess I'll just keep messing with this mess and get these 4 lights up, and then the 4 in there I'll do once I'm already filthy, because I don't really want to get filthy to do that right away. Okay, 4 lights installed. So they're all plugged in, everything's all wired up. So I just need the Sparky to come back, wire up the switch and get some power there, and then I also need to hang the lights in that side. So this is all done, so we'll move on to the next bit, which is the same thing in the other room. I forgot how much stuff was in the way. I'm going to ignore that and move on to the next thing, which is insulation. So the idea with these cool room panels is to insulate this wall. So currently the other side of that is the bedroom. That's the air conditioner there. So we've got the power point, the switches, sorry. So we're going to put the cool room panels in, just screw them with a bit of strapping to the framework, and then I'll come back with probably going to use corrugated iron because I have some, and just like sheet it off. So it'll be insulated, it'll look like a wall, and it won't be so weird and gross. So I'm going to just give it a shot with this cool room panel here, see what it looks like when it's in place. So to do this, I've just bought this strapping. It's the light duty stuff. It's still pretty heavy, but there's a fair bit of it, 30 meters. So hopefully we're just going to use a couple of inches on each of the cool room panels to hold them up. So I'll hopefully be able to cut this with tin snips and then just bang a couple of screws through it. It should be nice and easy. So that stuff cuts really easily with the tin snips, which is nice. So I've got the shorties here, and then I've got some double length ones there. So we'll see what we can use. Hopefully I can get away with shorties on most of it, but let's just put it on. So just a couple of screws, a couple of short straps. So I'll have to fill in the rest of the gaps with expander foam or something. That's a later problem. So that's a good proof of concept. We're getting somewhere. So I've obviously got to clear for all of the pipes and stuff, wires and things. So that one's a drain for the air conditioner. Those two are power wires. That lot is for the back of the air conditioner. That's probably for my reference in 10 years when I'm trying to work out what I'm doing. There's another power wire down there which I need to put some conduit on. So I'll take that one out and put some conduit on it. But I'm just using all of my leftover small pieces and scrap because there's so much stuff on this wall that comes through. Whereas around the corner where there's nothing coming through the wall, I can use the bigger pieces. So this one's pretty jigsaw puzzle, but you won't see it anyway because I'll put a tin over the front of it. So that's where we're at for now. I will continue. Well, that took forever. So hopefully this is the worst wall, but all of the wiring has been pushed aside, conduited and insulated around as best I can. I think I should get some expander foam and just go around the gaps just to make sure it is really good. I've chucked this board in the corner here so I can put the power point into some timber because I'm going to put corrugated iron on here and that will be quite difficult, so I'll just cut around the power point with the corrugated iron and put it straight over the front, so that should be okay. So I'll go switch the power off, wire that guy up, and then move on to the next insulation piece, I guess, which is around the corner, which I'm not interested in, but at least there's less wires and stuff. This has taken quite a while, but it's much quicker than the other side, so we've got two big panels that are screwed in there. I still need to do the edges. This one is pretty much done. Just need to get a bit of expanding foam, I think, and spray a few spots. This one is very wonky for some reason, but I've started there. I've now run out of screws, so I need to go get some screws and some expander foam to finish this off, but it's also time to quit for the day, so I'll tackle this again tomorrow. It's looking pretty good. Keen to cover it up, though, which is silly, but yeah, I'm going to dig all this dirt out and make a nice spot for me to cover up. Then efforts to stop the water coming through has not worked, apparently. It's been quite rainy the last few days, so it's a bit wet through here and a bit wet through here. So I'll have to dig into that and try and work out what's going on with that because that's not good. So this is where we are at. We'll just keep working. And then once these are all insulated, I can clean all this out, work out where the water's coming from, and then I can move some stuff in. Alright, it's a new day. I went to Bunnings this morning. You can hear the dog running around upstairs. So I'm going to finish off this wall here. I'm going to cut the filing cabinet in half. And then I'll do the one behind me, and then I can fill it with expanding foam and silicone and stuff, and then we can put tin on it. So I'll just get pumping. So I've been at it for another 4 or so hours today. So what I've done is all of the electrical stuff that was here has been wrapped in conduit, put all of this in together, and patchworked all of these ones so they're nice and solid. So then that's the internet or Telstra cable or whatever you want to call it that comes out of the wall, so that goes to your router. So if I need to get to that one I can, but it's going to be misery. But that one goes up and then out because apparently they're updating that soon, so hopefully we can get to it if need be. Then what I did is went around with the expander foam, filled in as many gaps as I could. It's pretty well solid. There's a few gaps, but it's quite good, I think. And then I went around with silicone and did the edges. So it's pretty messy. All of it's pretty messy, really, but it works fine. So I've tried to fill all the gaps I can. The only thing I can do further would be to go inside the room, turn the lights off and see if any of this light is coming through, but I think it would be pretty good. Like even around the duct and stuff I've filled with foam and expander foam, so I think we're pretty good. So I need to cover this in tin, but I think I'll wait until all the silicone and the foam dries, so that'll be a tomorrow job. And then I need to work out how and what all this water is. But I'd like to clean all this room out, and also maybe take some of the dirt out and dig it down a little bit, but we'll see how we go. But getting there, it's just a pretty slow process, and patchwork is a pain in the bum. I would have rather used the big pieces that I have, but they are more useful in the shed or wherever, whereas I've used nearly every single piece that's that size, and I think I've got one that's about double, and that's it. Those two need to go back in the roof, but I need to fix a little piece of the roof first. So that's pretty good. We've used all the scraps, so now I've only got big pieces left, which is good. So I will clean up, get this filing cabinet out of here, continue cutting it in half, clean all this mess up, and come back tomorrow. We'll put some corrugated iron on. Filing cabinet is finally out. I need to get that cool room panel out of here. And I took all the drawers out and everything, and a bit of wet dirt. So I'll come back out here tomorrow, we'll do the tin, and then I might start trying to level this out a bit and trying to work out where that water's coming from. Just clean everything in here nice and solidly. But that is enough for today. So it's pitch black outside. I've turned the lights on around there and under here, so I'm going to go into the room and see how much light's getting through. So I'm expecting this corner to let a little bit in because I need to fix that still. And then anything along the ground is okay, I guess, because I haven't really done anything along the floor yet. But hopefully everything else around it is pretty good. Alright, you guys can't see it on camera, but there's a little bit just there, which is probably not the end of the world. That corner, like I said, that's about it. It's overall quite good. So I think once I put the tin over the top and give it another looking over, I think we'll be pretty solid. That's good news. So I just had a bit of a better look off camera. So on top of these poles, they're not sealed very well. So I need to get in there. Both poles are the same. And then that little corner there, or that little section, sorry. And then that corner. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to go on the outside and I'll have a look what's happening here. I know what's going on there. And then see if I can get to the back of that. Otherwise I'm going to have to do those from the inside. So one of these spots was just here. So I can't really see what's going on there. The other spot was up in here, which I know what's going on up there. Then the main spot other than that was that gap there, which I just completely forgot about, to be honest. And same on that side. So that's pretty good outcome, I think. As for what's going on in this corner, that piece of plywood just there, you can see on the left hand side it's sitting on top of the chipboard. Just need to knock that back down so it's not on top of the chipboard. From the inside, this is the corner. So I need to get this piece of timber to just sit down, which should be reasonably easy. Just haven't done it yet. And then this section where it's letting light in, basically the same problem. So it should be reasonably easy to fix. So I got up this morning feeling pretty flat, and then I came down into the office to do something other than work on the house. And there's a lot of water. And it's all in the office again. It's not anywhere near as bad as it was, but that is not good. So I can't even seal it at the moment because it's wet still. I'm going to seal the top of these pillars and then go and cry in the corner for a bit. I'm not doing it today. It's a new morning. Had a bit of a cry yesterday. Didn't feel up to it. And that was a bad choice because now the water is worse than ever. And it is thick there. So I need to sort something out, but that's going to be next episode. So thank you very much for watching this week's episode. Come back next week and see how we deal with all this water.